If the neighbors have something weird going on, who to call Ghostbusters? They will rush on the legendary Act 1 and deal with ghostly troublemakers. By the way, the design and construction of the car from the film took only 6 weeks, but the craftsman, named Nicholas, just on the lookout, car spent about 8 years. The thing is, that Ecto-1 made on the basis of a Cadillac Miller Meteor 1959. Such machines produced about 2,000, and on the move today less than 100. In the end, Nicholas was lucky, but it was just the beginning. To make your personal Act 1, he was calling even landfills, in search of details, cooks, frames on the roof, and other things. Have been about 8 months. Well, then it remained. Watch the movie to the holes and assemble the perfect copy of Act 1. She feels great on the road, and regularly flashes on ledges and private activities. At series lovers, Back to the Future. More reasons for optimism. Because Dog Brown built a time machine from DeLorean DMC-12. Approximately 8,000 such cars have reached our days. So pumped DMC-12 phenomena are so frequent. What do they even rent out? The company in the video is called DeLorean Renthole. More than 70 of her DeLoreans wheel PSG about Canada, France, UK, and other countries, and decorates the event from Swaga on birthdays, before corporate parties and graduations. At the same time, in DeLorean X-Ray you can hire actors and rent props, and part of the profits the company donates. Charitable Foundation, Michael J. Fox, which studies Parkinson's disease. Peugeot 406 made as a family car, and even a little bit disappointing. What did he get one from starring roles? Not in the iconic franchise about family riders, Taxi series. Yes, this is the same car Danielle was dashing on. 406 produced more than 1,600,000 pieces. So this is a popular option for modding. Really fine cars at $3,000–4,000. This is how a custom 406 looks like, as if just arrived from the filming of a Taxi 2. Owner not only taught the tiniest details of the interior, but also properly tuned the 3-liter B6. As a result, the Taxi accelerates to 108 whole 1/10 second and gains up to 240 km/h slower than in the movie. Not everyone is the same to be assuming without a reference to melon. Some Scooby-Doo fans still argue to this day, what heroes drive? The fact is that the cartoon van looks like immediately on some real cars. In reviews write, what is this hybrid? Design based on Chevrolet Sport 1008-968, with the addition of notes Chevrolet Vans 1965th, and some C. Vans Volkswagen Conveyor 1985th, and Ford Economy Line 1961. Yes, no wonder the transport company's secret is called the Mystical Machine. Building a real replica van, the task is no less difficult than digging into his bloodline. One painting can cost $15,000. But working is so interesting. What about this 4200 economy Linehaven? Was messing around, not anyone. A prop specialist from the World Recreation Center by Walt Disney. Who hasn't watched The Squad? And they're about undeservedly accused of a crime. American military. They escape and form a squad. Who saves those in trouble? What drives such cool guys? Yes, at least on GMC Vandura. It's like Aston Martin James Bond-only van. It's packed with machine guns, dynamite, and other necessary things. First James Vandura on video. One of 6 officially licensed Universal Studio off vans. He didn't star in the series, but was actively used to promote it, and surely remembered by 1 million people at various shows in the US. And the second van is a copy, which the owner rents out. Project Mad Max Cars, a real gift for Max's Adventures fans. Rockatan Masters do custom cars from the legendary universe. And it's not that easy. Same XBGT Ford Falcon Coupe 1973, on which Max makes out with the biker gang, did only in Australia. A model is Landau, from Ford Australia. Generally lasted on the conveyor only 3 years. Add the manufacture of unique parts, fiber and carbon glass. At Mad Max Cars, test them to the toughest standards, with Get Expert involved. Aviation industry, that case, when the final result is not inferior to Hollywood. No matter how you feel about the movie Green Hornet 2011, admit this car is a masterpiece. Retained most of the original components, kind of seats and ceiling upholstery. Even the engine, he has a native Chrysler for 6 and 8 liters. Why change something? If everything looks cool, add machine guns, rockets, and you can start shooting. Specifically, this car participated in them, and then left for the auction. Modest price $165,000. Once in Russia, I went to the road makeshift. The Dogmobile from the movie is dumb and even dumber, and the traffic police recognized that such tuning is quite legal. Another one plus in the piggy bank of the legendary film. In it, by the way, shot Ford economy line, 1984th year, and no dog makeup. It's quite a regular van, so that from 1975th to 1991st, his appearance barely changed. For sure, too much joy lovers, tuning and homemade. Here it is, by the way, original one. Dogmobile from the movie 1990 of the 4th year. One of the masters who worked on it had to look for 158 SQM of 7 thick carpet, as much as 610 centimeters. But it was worth it, because the car gives no less positive than the adventures of Lloyd and Harry. Death Race. Old school action movie. On the poster by Jason Statham. On the screen, dashing driving and shootings on cars, like from Mad Max. What else is needed for happiness? Not to say that the action movie became iconic, but at least cars from there appear on YouTube. To now. Here's a variation on the theme of the Chrysler 300C machine guns. Powerful defense. Rocket launcher. Everything is like in the movie. Interesting, if you collect a collection of such cars, we'll be able to shoot a series sequel. Movie Cars Central. The biggest, in Europe, collection of cars from movies. She is in France and includes like 50 cars. The coolest thing is that there are not only replicas, but but also the originals. For example, one of the main exhibits, Dodge Ice Charger straight from Fast and Furious 8. Movic Cars owners Central are not greedy, so cars can be rented. By the way, the cars from the family franchise runs often pop up at auctions. For example, killed after crash at end of first Fast and Furious Dodge Charger, 1,970 sold for an incredible $690,000. First same weekend, at the American box office brought cartoon cars, more than $60,000,000. A main character, bright red racing car, named Lightning McQueen, successfully moved off big screens into a store. Toy comics, video games, and even Disney mascots. Self-made challenge accepted, and the network was flooded with rollers with McQueens. The brand of this car is a mystery. The design shows the features of the Chevrolet Corvette, C6 Dodge Viper, and even Mazda Miata. Well, does it matter that much? If and self-made, and viewers of various shows are satisfied. Restore order to Gotham City on foot. This is tiring, and the cloak does not always help. Thankfully, Batman can afford not only an arsenal of gadgets, but also suitable transport. He will help out and in battles with villains, and in arguments with Superman. Actually, on-screen technique from Batman vs. Superman movie, At the Dawn of Justice. This miracle weighs about 40, and created it for more than a year. You know what the approximate concept sounded like. Car tank. Nothing beautiful. That's what competent wording means. Raise your cursor. Everyone who remembers the series Night of Roads, this is science fiction, lasted on the air for 4 years, and gave viewers season 4 of the adventures of a policeman. It's cars with artificial intelligence. The name of the car was Whale, and she not only accelerated to 640 km/h, but also let jokes go. And also inside there were cameras monitor, scanner, and other backwards. So a whale can quite be considered predecessor of significantly smarter, modern cars. The role of KITT was played by Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, and largely thanks to the series, car widely known in wax circles. And today, custom lovers won't let you lie. One so bother that print parts on a 3D printer, and others boldly undertake the restoration of cars who are already over 30. By outstanding gentleman, outstanding transport one. Only Captain Nemo car what is worth. He is called Nautilus Car. For the movie 2003 it's assembled based on chassis from Land Rover. In general there were 2 such cars on the site, but only the one on the screen went. She is still feeling well today. Truth on public use road she can't. Although those sitting behind the wheel claim, on the cliff the Scar not only turns perfectly, but also accelerates to 129 km/h. Scary to think. What's it like at that speed? Driving a car the length of a small bus. 6 holes 710 meters. These aren't jokes. And completes the picture 6 huge wheels with a diameter of 72 centimeters. That's all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new videos. Thank you for watching.